So while Kevin Durant was getting double bullied by Desmond Bane and Cam Spencer inside FedEx Forum last night, a report had surfaced that confirmed what I think we all knew, which is that he was, quote, upset to find out his name was placed in trade talks by Phoenix back in February before the trade deadline. He was behind the scenes, reportedly, trying to figure out a way to maybe improve Phoenix's roster and genuinely had no interest in leaving the franchise. At a time where Jimmy Butler is forcing his way out of Miami, KD was more like, hey, I know this thing in Phoenix ain't working, but the truth is I don't want to give up on this team right now, and I don't want to move right now, and I don't want to go to Memphis. I don't want to go to Golden State. I don't want to go anywhere. That's where his head was in February. Come to find out, Phoenix was just as interested in moving him as they were in trying to put better pieces around him, because it might have been easier to move him than it would to put better pieces around him. So that relationship probably already wasn't great.
No.
But according to the report from the Arizona Republic, KD realizing, oh, really, they were just going to ship me to Memphis or Golden State or wherever, it fractured the relationship even further to the point where it's believed to be beyond repair. He is still under contract for next season, but nobody thinks he's going to play in Phoenix next season. He had the incident with Budenholzer last week. Small thing, I guess, but boy, the TV cameras picked up on it, and it got a lot of attention. It's just a mess.
And the roster's a disaster. They have no flexibility. Like, it's just, It's the classic, we tried something, it didn't work, so let's double down on it, and it probably won't work. It's the classic, hey, I got $1,000, I'm going to sit down at the blackjack table. It's gone. What should I do now? Go home. Smart thing. But if I go home, then I have to admit this was a failure. And there's at least a chance if I don't go home, go to the ATM, I can turn this failure into a success. I guess that's what I'll try. Yeah. All right, buddy, I know how this works. Now you're down $2,000. But then going back to the ATM, that was Bradley Beal. What could we possibly do to put Devin Booker and Kevin Durant in a better position to succeed? Bradley Beal? Didn't work. Nope.
There were people, smart basketball people even, who thought it might. Don't let them lie to you. You go back and look at all the reviews of the Bradley Beal trade. The idea that it was all negative is just not true. There were some people who were like, this is how you win a championship. It just has not worked. And the problem, of course, when you double down on bad and go bring in a Bradley Beal, is that he happens to be one of the few players in the world, in this league, with a no-trade clause. So when you realize that doesn't work, and you say, okay, now we got to move off of Bradley Beal. We don't want to give up on Devin Booker, and we don't want to give up Kevin Durant. So the big piece we can move here to make our franchise better is the Bradley Beal piece. Problem is, he's got a no-trade clause, and he doesn't seem to care about winning or anything other than he likes living in where he lives and not moving his family, and his kids are in school, and he really has just decided on some level, I'm not chasing basketball stuff anymore.
Right.
I'm not going to disrupt my family's life because they think they can improve the basketball team without me. I negotiated this no-trade clause because I knew I didn't want to move my family. I was going to set up roots somewhere, and I'm here, and I'm not moving. All right, well, so now what do you do? I guess it's time to look at KD packages. So that's where we're at. They're going to move him this summer. Reportedly, here's what they're going to ask. They want a young player of significance, whatever that means.
Okay.
And 3 first-round picks, which means they could end up getting, at least they're asking, and this is just highlights how ridiculous the Mavericks Luka Doncic thing is. Phoenix's reported asking price is going to be probably long-term better, bigger than what the Mavericks got for Luka Doncic, because what the Mavericks got for Luka Doncic is a often injured in his 30s Anthony Davis and very little else that mattered. Like, you should not be able to get more for Kevin Durant in the year 2025 than you can get for Luka Doncic in the year 2025. But they might. They might.
They probably will.
And if you're, I don't know, a basketball fan who has enjoyed Kevin Durant's career, don't you want him to land somewhere meaningful? Wouldn't you like to see Kevin Durant play meaningful basketball games again?
Yeah.
You don't love Kevin Durant? I like Kevin Durant.
I love Kevin Durant.
I love Kevin Durant.
I love Kevin Durant. And it's funny, I used to during the Thunder days, like, and we had the little bit of a rivalry and everything, I wasn't a fan. And then, he goes to Golden State. It's like, oh, they went out and bought a championship, right? I've changed my opinion on him over the years. When I hear him talk, like, I think he's like a thoughtful guy. I like how he approaches life. At least what I see on the surface. I'm a KD fan. Yeah.
I'm a KD fan. I didn't love watching him almost beat the Grizzlies last night, but I do love watching him be awesome in defeat against the Grizzlies. Like, if you're a Grizz fan last night, you got everything. You got
to see him have a huge game.
You got to see an all-time great be great.
Yep.
You got to see 12 get called.
Yep.
You got to see the scene of the night in the NBA between Cam Spencer and Kevin Durant. If you're a Grizzlies fan last night inside FedEx Forum, you got to see everything. So Kevin Durant's final games in a Suns uniform, they're happening this year. Mm-hmm. And then he'll get moved for a package. And I'd like to look up in July. You want him to come home to Memphis, Tennessee. You want Kevin Durant to be here.
I'm a huge KD fan, yes.
I would love if Kevin Durant were a Grizzly.
I'm a big KD fan. Yeah. I'm like, if you put KD on just, again, like, it sounds like the asking price is pretty big. If you put KD on this roster right now, like, I think they're winning the title.
I think there's a handful of rosters. I think there's a handful of franchises that have the pieces to make a deal for Kevin Durant this offseason and immediately become obvious title contenders. Mm-hmm. The Grizzlies are one of those teams. You know who another one is? Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird to be the one seed.
Circle thing.
It's weird to be the one seed.
That'd be gross.
That's what I would ask.
That would be gross.
The only thing I would like more than Kevin Durant in a Grizzlies uniform, and it's only because I root for stories like this.
Don't you dare say that.
I would like it. I would love to see him go back to Oklahoma City.
Are you serious?
I would love it.
Gross.
I would love it.
You want to put that man back in that Loves uniform or whatever the hell? Nah, dude. That's gross.
I want Ben Affleck to get back with Jennifer Garner, and I want Kevin Durant to get back with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Nah, I don't want the full circle moment. I want him to finish his story somewhere else.
I want everybody to get back together.
Nah,
I want everybody to get back together. I want Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner to get back together.
No way.
Did you see Jennifer Garner's boyfriend?
No, what's he doing? He's mad. He doesn't like it. What's going on?
Oh,
yeah.
Big mad. Oh, he got photographed yesterday. Guess with who? For the first time since Jennifer Garner was photographed hugging lovingly Ben Affleck during one of their children's birthday parties at a paintball course. Jennifer Garner's boyfriend was photographed publicly for the first time since that. Guess with who?
J-Lo.
I wish. With his ex-girlfriend before Jennifer Garner. Oh, you want to hug your ex-husband? Okay, cool. I'll just go have lunch with my ex-girlfriend. Okay. I want Jennifer Garner from Ben Affleck to get together again, and I want Kevin Durant and Oklahoma City Thunder to get together again, and then I want them all to go on a double date.
Okay, well.
And then I want Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner sitting courtside in Oklahoma City, supporting Kevin Durant and the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals against the Grizzlies.
I hate everything about what you just said.
Oh, it would be so good. No, it would be so good.
Disagree.
It would be so good. Hey, you're not the first person who's had Kevin Durant and the Grizzlies married in the offseason. That's a real thing that deep in the internet people talk about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, it's like he's the perfect fit anywhere, right? Like, he's one of the great players of all time, but
they want a young player of significance.
Man.
We got some of them. We got young players of significance. They want some first-round picks. We got some of them, too.
It would be the perfect fit.
Though Kevin Durant reportedly did not want to come to Memphis at the trade deadline. He never said
he didn't want to go anywhere, it appears.
That's right. That's at least what he has suggested. He didn't want to go anywhere at the trade deadline. But
now, after last night, I don't know if he's going to go.
You know what? Except those guys.
No, he likes that.
Yes.
He likes that. Everything that happened last night, even when KD's like yelling at Cam, like, shut your, like, he likes all that. Yes.
There's probably a part of him that goes, who does he think he is talking to me? I'm Kevin Durant, right? And there's probably another part of him to be like, I kind of like it.
Yes.
I kind of like, let's. He did say he liked it with Anthony Edwards and that he loves Anthony Edwards. And my experience with basketball players, or for the most part, I don't know. Athletes within sports can be different. I think baseball players are very different mindset. Baseball players might have an argument one day and like 6 months later want to fight about it. Mm-hmm. Basketball players can turn it off pretty quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Like basketball players can be in each other's faces in the second quarter and then the final buzzer, and they're like
dapping it up
they're
after the
trading
game.
jerseys.
Yeah.
Ja was enjoying Desmond and Cam talking crazy to Kevin Durant. If you saw him in the background, he was on the bench at the time.
Yeah.
But if you saw him in the background, he was having fun with that.
Yeah, he was.
And then you see the game's over, and KD's walking in the locker room, and he's dapping up Ja.
Right.
It's all fine.
Right.
You can get past that. You can get past that stuff so quickly. That really is just basketball stuff. And if you try to make it out to be more than that, you're making it out to be more than what it is.
Yeah.
It's just basketball stuff.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.